others for sustaining us, and we work to stand together in commitment to protect and restore them from environmental degradation. We respect the long-standing relationships with indigenous people in the 100-mile Windsor-Essex Peninsula and the streets of Detroit. W5's vision is to build an inclusive Windsor where newcomer women and their families are empowered through meaningful opportunities to express themselves and create a positive impact in their communities. Our mission is to assist immigrants and refugee women and their families to become full and participating members of a Canadian society. I do want to emphasize, as a women organization, we do help men and men and other gender people, because we do understand that a lot of times taking care of a family, women's duty. If we reject their son's request and our newcomer women, refugee women don't speak English, then we are missing a big part of their needs. I'm just have a brief pause here, just wondering if anyone have any questions so far before I move to our services. Feel free to unmute yourself. Also, Sue has asked me to stay later on for the coffee break. So if you have big questions, a lot of questions, you can also save it for later. Well, I guess we're so far so good. So about our clans and our services, we have a few sections. For newcomer clans, we offer intake, assessment, and referrals. We understand that it's very hard for one organization to provide overall services to support one family, meet all their needs. That's why when we provide referral services, we are acting as building bridges to help those newcomers. If they come to our door, we offer the bridges for them to go to community, other service providers. And also we encourage them to join our community's activities. For segment services, we have a housing, transportation, we prepare their G1 driver's license, school registration, provide government information, refer them to government's website, refer them to community services. During the pandemic, we also provide a COVID update, give them the fax sheets, and also help those people with language barriers to book their vaccine appointments. For language training sessions, classes, we do have a different classroom setting. During the pandemic, we have moved all the classes virtually. We offer from a literacy level to CLB 5 classes. Literacy level is starting from ABCD. In our 40th year experience, we even have some clients not even literacy in their own language. So we started teaching them how to hold a pen. And for our CLB level 4 and level 5 classes, usually the students are able to engage a basic conversation. They can express themselves. Maybe the sentences are not very smoothly, maybe there are a lot of grammar mistakes, but with the keywords, people should be able to understand their point, what they try to express. For the labor market access training, we are helping the newcomers to transition into a Canadian labor market. There are so many jobs that existed in Canada, but not in their country. Our youth art projects, we teach them in drumming, painting, and drama, etc. I do see Jeff from this group say like artist, so we will be very happy to working with the community artists and then to teach our students, newcomers, to use a different method, not just English, to express themselves. The youth academic support. We currently offer homework support for high schoolers. The majority of the students come to us for after school homework support are from the downtown or Windsor West, the schools with high newcomer profiles. But we welcome high schoolers from our community. It doesn't matter which school. If you need help, especially if English is not your first language, we have tutors, and we have a OCT certified teacher to help you with certain subjects. Our mental wellness information sessions help our newcomer clients to recognize mental wellness. It's not craziness. We're talking about how to reduce suicide rates, how to deal with depression. A lot of terminologies that in their countries they have never been recognized. Crisis counseling usually is we do have a client, especially from the war zone, and they experience PTSD, and there are times if they are suicidal, our crisis counseling will help them to go over their most difficult time. And also we closely work with Canadian women health and also hospitals to give them in-depth and long-term follow-up consultations. But our organization, we do brief intake and assess their status, and also help them to engage with the health professionals. We do have a child mending, but you will see in a lot of places we call it a daycare, because for newcomers, when we play with the words, when we change a new word, sometimes it's very hard for them to understand what does the new word means. Daycare is more popular use in public communication. The difference between our child mending and a public daycare is the parents cannot leave our building. When they come to our organization for their link classes, language classes, or any kind of information sessions or trainings, or even the youth, if they have children in a very early stage, now they are still in high school, they attend our activities. We have a childcare licensed childcare workers to watch their children, provide a snack and activities, but the parents must, at least one parent have to stay in the building. As soon as the classes or session finish, they have to take their children away. So this is our newcomer services. As a women organization, of course, we have a lot of women-specific programs. The first program I want to mention is Investing in Women's Future program. This program is funded by Ontario government, and we have gender-based violence prevention and women's support. In many cultures, women is not equal to, women do not equal to men, and they were not treated with respect. Physical, emotional violence against women happen frequently in those in certain cultural groups. So we would like to use our GPV program to educate our women clients. This is not in your culture. this is a Canada. In Canada, you are protected by law. So we have those education sessions, and also we help women with their escape plan, and also we help them to build a strong mind, to rebuild their self-esteem, their confidence, and also to speak up for themselves, to be treated equally at home. The computer training sessions definitely is essential. A lot of our women clients do have no clue about a computer, do not know what's internet. So that isolated them. And when they need help, when they need information, we teach them work, get it, and how to communicate through email and other social media, build their virtual connections. We have a life skills training, including but not limited to even recycling. Because our newcomers are born in other country, there are a lot of things in our daily life we think is normal, but probably not for their culture or not for our clients from refugee camps or from their war zone place. So the life skills training actually introduce what's the there's everything touched to our day-to-day life. We do have a women-only employment occupational training. Currently, we are focused on 3 streams. One is a cashier and a customer service training. One is a general labor job preparation, case study for the women support worker career paths. We have some women that from they may be personal support worker from other country, or they are licensed in Quebec or other provinces. So in Ontario, their license has not been recognized. We are trying to help them to get Ontario license so they can return to the workforce. Women's conversation circle is just a casual group. We help people to bring up their concerns, share their stories, and then a lot of isolated women. In some of the cultures, women cannot leave a house without a companion of their male family members. So when we bring in this women-only conversation circle, we wanted to encourage women to walk out of their isolated environment, but help them to build up a peer support. We have our counselors guiding this circle, and also provide information and support to those women clients. Our women's knitting club, newly named after our Mama Lianga. So Scholastica Lianga has been our board of directors, and later on become our one of our staff. So she has really spent more than 30 years of her life helping our organization. That's why we have honored her services, just newly named our Women's Knitting Circle as Mamaya Lianga Circle. This group, we just do a lot of craft. Before Christmas, we may do some cards. Usually we do knitting, crochet, have a lot of fun. And whenever we have clients or staff have new babies, the knitting club always have some surprises. Again, we have a child minding for our training classes and also counseling sessions, but it's not a full daycare. For our job seekers, I want to emphasize the job seekers. Job seekers are not women only. Job seekers are more referred to anyone from this community. It could be male, it could be female. Although majority of our job seekers clients are female and are newcomers. So we offer career exploration opportunities and a transferable skills assessment. A lot of people will say, I've been home for 15 years since my first child is born. We wanted to make sure people understand they also have a transferable skills. If you can manage 4 children at home, you must have a strong time management skills. You are able to do the repetitive work, you are a hard worker, there are a lot of things. It's not like they don't have any skills to contribute to our society. So we want, and also some people have a professional job outside of Canada. We want them to recognize the global talents, what they can transfer to the Canadian job, to meet a Canadian jobs request. We do have employment preparation workshops for the job seekers to help them to understand what are the methods for the job search, how to prepare their resume cover letters. We often see people from different cultures will have their pictures, birthdays, SIN numbers on their resume. But no, in Canada, we don't need that. And we treated a lot of those information as a confidential information. We help them to prepare interview. We have a one-on-one employment counseling. We have an online job board, so people don't have to book appointment to know which business currently is not posting their jobs on the public site. They are hiring through us, so we are doing the pre-screen. We have a job matching services, and also we have financial support for job seekers from low-income families. Again, if you are, this financial service is for any permanent residents. So people from our community, if you are Canadian citizen, or if you are permanent residents, then we have this financial support to ensure before you receive the first paycheck, we will buy your bus tickets, gas card. If the employer asks you to pay for uniform, we are going to pay for your uniform. If the employer requires safety shoes, non-slip shoes, or require you have to have your own toolbox, we're going to help you with your first 3 weeks of work. For job seekers, we also offer training opportunities. So the training opportunities including 3 types. One is a paid on-site training by employers. So this is a short term, usually a month or 2, based on the percentage of your hourly rate. If we have a Canadian citizen, maybe with a physical disability, or we have a newcomer who does not speak English, then we probably will pay maybe $10, $14 per hour for this employer in order for the to provide in-house training. Also, we wanted to make you more competitive with someone already in this field with 10, 15 years working experience. Second career program is a provincial program. This program offers up to $28,000 for people who used to have, who currently have lost the job. For example, someone worked in a factory right out of grade 11, started working in a factory for 11 years. Now the factory maybe have a layoff, and then it's very hard for this person doesn't have a high school diploma to find another job. So we are helping this person to get post-secondary diploma, and also help this person to go back to college. Maybe this person now want to be a lab technician. Maybe this person now want to be an accountant, not an accountant, but a bookkeeper or accounting clerk. So this program actually based on this person's current income, can provide rent or partial of the mortgage payment, transportation, tuition, childcare, we provide a full support for this person to get some short-term training within 1 year or 2 years and to get into second career path. The Canada Ontario Job Grant for employers is to pay for employees, is to encourage employers to offer the training opportunities for employees. So this program, we evaluate employers' application to train their employees. For any of the new hiring, we can offer up to 100% of eligible training costs. Otherwise, for small business, it's up to 2/3 of the training costs. Roughly, it's about 83%. For big employers that is have more than 100 employees, we can offer up to 66% of training costs, eligible training costs. So for all of those job seekers support, again, the financial part comes for the permanent residents. So must be Canadian citizen or permanent residents. We have other services for community members. These community member services are not restricted by gender, but usually are restricted by family income. For the local residents from low-income families, we work with CRA for the Community Income Tax Volunteer Program. All of our volunteers have already had a background check by CRA, and all the services are free. Community hours for high school students is a new program that started last Christmas time. We recognize that there are a lot of high schoolers have difficulties to find an opportunity for their 40 hours community hours. So we have this program to help high schoolers engage with our community. And based on their personal interest, we have some projects for them to earn their community hours. We have a quick reference book. Some of those quick reference books were created by those high schoolers. And this quick reference book will be translated in multiple languages and then help our newcomers to understand the different terminologies in the medical term or sport activities. We also always create grassroots services. For example, 2018, suddenly our community have a lot of international students. In the January, within 2 weeks, there were 175 international students come to our door. We do not turn anybody around. We are doing we were collecting our resources and trying our best to meet their needs and to support them. So our organization is always looking for communities' needs and taking immediate action to create new services. Our goal is to help our community to help people from our community to meet their needs. I can understand that that's a lot of information and it's very difficult to memorize all those details. That's why I would like to introduce our website. Our website is www.iw.org. So Windsor Women Working with Immigrant Women. So that's why there are 5 W's, so people call us a W5. On our website, you can see on the top right corner, there's a select your language button. When you click on it, there will be a drop-down list. So for the newcomers who doesn't speak English, they can select Arabic, Chinese, or one of the 50 languages to use a different language via our website. Also, on the main page, we have a contact us in your language. Our staff, we have about 80 staff working in our organization. And our staff speak more than 25 languages. By clicking that, we will have a different extension numbers directly connect you with our staff who speaks your language. On the top tab, we have a segment services. Those are for newcomers. The segment counseling, information and orientation workshops, driver's license preparation classes, citizenship preparation classes, labor market access, youth activities and homework support, mental wellness, crisis counseling. For the language tab, they will read some details. We have a contact information out there. Women programs, we have a women-only services, computer training, workshop life skills training, employment occupation training, women conversation, and eating circles. By clicking each link, you will go to the web page, have more information about that service. And at the bottom of the page, always have a phone number, email address that you can seeking for more further assistance for registration or obtain more information. Here is a tab for our senior program. Our cutoff for senior services is 55. I think 55 is quite young, but you are more than welcome to join our senior services. We have an employment service button for job seekers and employers. And also for the community, we have an income tax. We do collect a donation for Terry Fox Run. We have a community cup is the soccer tournament before pandemic. We had for years for the newcomers. And community service hours for students, quick reference guide as mentioned before. So that I hope I gave you a quick glance about our organization's services. And now you know where to find more details, information, or how to contact us. Thank you very much for this opportunity.